Hello, my name is Jackie McCarty, and I am with the Georgia Department of Education Social Studies Department. I work as their technology virtual specialist, and today we're going to take a look at iCivics. It is a website that was designed to help you engage your students in the study of civics. They have many free resources that are inventive, they are different, where you're going to go through some of the different things you could be using in your classroom that would work across grade levels and many different standards. So let's go. To pull up iCivics, you just type in iCivics.org and it'll take you to the home screen. The very first thing that you want to do is go ahead and register as a user, because that's going to open up all of the things where you're able to pull the different lessons, where you're able to start creating your classroom. You can even assign some of the lessons within Google Classrooms. But that's just the first thing that you need to be able to do to access everything that's available here. So first, let's take a look at the lessons they have provided for us. We're going to take a look at how to access them, how to filter through so that you're only looking at the standards that would fit your grade level, and the different materials that are available there for you. Let's go. The first thing I want to show you is when you click the Teach. It'll be in green. If you're ever on a different page, you can also access it from touching the top. And this is going to show you all of the lessons that they have and curriculum units they have available to you. And you can see on the side where you can select your specific grade level. So you can click elementary school, high school, or middle school, and it will filter out the curriculum units that are applicable to your students. So let's click elementary school so that we can see what we're looking at, and so that you can just get an idea of the kinds of things that they have built into this site. So let's just take a look at the first one, Introduction to Inquiry and Mysteries, and you can see that it is appropriate for grades K through 5. So let's click View. Okay, and when you scroll down, you are able to see that they have 2 lessons within this unit. You can either view or assign, but for the purposes of us being able to take a look at, I'm just going to click View. So the first thing they have made for this one is a set of Google Slides that you can go through with your students. And they set up a whole scenario for them where they are going to be detectives today, and they are going to learn about historians, what historians do, and then they are going to pretend to be a historian after they have learned the information. So you go through the Google Slides with your students. You present the question together, and then they even have the handout that you can give your students ready on the board. But let's take a look at the detailed lesson plans and the things that they have available. You can see that they have the learning objectives here for you. Let's click View Resources. And when you do that, you're able to see their lesson plan. They tell you about how long it will take. You can see they also have where you can click back to get back to the slideshow presentation, or to get to the student handouts. And these you can assign to your students within Google, or you can print where your students have this actually in their hands. And look, this could be a group activity, or this could be the students one-on-one, but they have it all right here ready to go for you, which I think is just an awesome tool. And you can see which one fits with what you're talking at that time, or talking about in your classroom at that time. But look at just all of the available options. You can also further narrow down what you're looking for based on if it's going to also include ELA and literacy, if you're wanting something that's inquiry based, if you're talking about primary sources, if it's going to hit vocabulary, if you want a history, connection, writing, assessment, or group work. So I think they've just really done a wonderful job as far as that's concerned. You can also search by the standards of our state, or you can look at the scope and sequence. Next, we are going to take a look at the games they have created, where they are located on the site, and talk about some of the ways you could incorporate them into your classroom. Let's go. The next thing I want to show you are the games. So let's click all games and it takes us to this page. You are able to see where they have created lots of games that all pertain to civics. So like People's Pie, they take the students from taxes to spending where you can create the balance for the whole country. These are things that you could have students where you can assign to the students where they do it by themselves, with a partner, or with whole groups. So let's click play full screen so you can see what it looks like. These games can take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes up to 30. So you can see where you have your students set the budget and do all of the things that it would take to practice running the country. You can see where this would be very beneficial to students. It kind of teaches them as they go. You can see where it reviews some of those different things, but they have lots of different options, the branches of power, things about the Constitution, how counties work. And it has a reminder at the bottom for us that we can go back to the teach page and see some of the lesson plans, that these games are just extensions and having them practice the different standards and things that they have learned. Next, we are going to take a look at the My iCivics classroom, where you can create your online classroom. You can sync your online classrooms that you have created from other sites, and you're able to assign the lessons to your students. The next thing I want to take a look at is if you click over on My Civics, you can go to your classes. And here you are able to create your own class, or you can sync your existing classrooms that you have created elsewhere. So let's click Create a Class. So you can see where you give your class a title, you make a password. So this is your unique virtual classroom code. You can give it to students who will participate and they can enter into their iCivics account. We can make different assignments for the students. You're able to track their progress, but you're just able to see where you could use this as a classroom teacher or as an online teacher. You can also add favorites, where you could add the different lessons that you know that you want to use or go back to, but you can see all of the different options and how you're able to incorporate this into your classroom, where you're able to assign it from here with your students and use it from here. iCivics has even created a professional development program. So let's take a look at where to find it and what's available there for you. The next thing I want to show you is that this is not just for our students. iCivics also has a professional development section. And so if you click on professional development, you can see courses that they have available. Some will be live and you can register for, others are ready and on demand for you to click on. But you can see where they have different courses we can go through where we could all better our teaching and our learning for our students. But they always have many options available to us at the click of a button. But you can see some of them are scheduled times and some of them have been pre-recorded and you can take a look at. They have all kinds of different things where it talks about civic education for students with disabilities, or they'll take you through Nearpod and how you can use it in your civics classroom. So I just thought that this was great. We are all always looking to better ourselves as teachers, and I wanted to make sure that I shared this option. So that was our look today at iCivics. I hope the wheels are already turning and you are thinking of how you could use some of those online lessons, how you could incorporate this into your classroom. I hope some of the games you found interesting and you could already see how this would make this more applicable to your students and just give them a walkthrough of how the government works, how give them more of a civics understanding and make your classroom more exciting. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great day.